Let's meet them.
All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Victor Wembanyama is out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the point.
I don't know what you do about that. Davis just powering it down.
Pass to Edwards. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Wide open shot is on the money.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Outside, Smart. Here's Sarr, defended by Gobert. Davis with it for three. Scored the basket, his second of two attempts.
Love the readiness of AD. He's already prepared himself to shoot before receiving the ball.
Greg, this is some kind of note. Last year, Minnesota, for just the second time, had ever won a series in the postseason.
Yeah, they've been bounced in the first round, 10 of 12 appearances. But last year's team was different. Their elite defense fueled the conference finals run.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
Davis with a screen on Wembanyama. Giannis up top. Defended by Wembanyama. Just 5 on the clock. Smart pitch to Giannis. Fades back. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And the basket by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Now here's Davis. He's got 5. Good D by Gilgeous-Alexander. The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Alex Sarr.
And Gilgeous-Alexander understands how to draw contact, especially when he's looking to score.
Taking 2 shots.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
And this guy just does everything. Scores, passes, good rebounder, just an all-around terrific basketball player.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keefe. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
Attention fans, now on the court is your
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Back to Middleton. Giannis outside. Just 5 to shoot. And that one drops.
Boy, he is so dangerous from this area, guys. Even when Giannis is defended tightly, he powers through it.
Clark, what in the world is left for Giannis to accomplish at this point?
You know, Kevin, I don't know, quite honestly. I mean, perhaps more championships or MVPs. He's really done it all. Maybe a scoring title, but whatever he does from this point on, it's only going to add to what's been a Hall of Fame career.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo. Rudy Gobert missing his last shot. Giannis passes to Smart. Here's Davis. It's hauled in by Edwards. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They trail by 1. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Rudy Gobert continues to embrace the challenge of elite rim protection. He said competition is what it's about. Sometimes I'm going to get dunked on, and sometimes I'll get the block. But I'm not going to stop coming and doing what I do. I'll be there every time. Kevin?
David, just like you. Thanks so much. Here's Antetokounmpo. Anthony Edwards making his last shot. They set the screen. Here's Giannis. The putback. And Antetokounmpo on the follow. Antetokounmpo's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in.
But that's the way to go if you've got good position. How about the flash by Antetokounmpo? I mean, just an insanely talented athlete who loves to punish that rim.
We've got 33 seconds left here in the first quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander against Giannis. Pass to Edwards. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Count that bucket.
This is why SGA is a focal point of this offense, because of that ability to score.
Smart kicks to Davis. Right side, Antetokounmpo. Here's Smart. Off target with his 3. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. It's the Wizards up by 1. We'll be back shortly, live from Washington. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for the Wizards.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
I would like to highlight, too, guys, the excellent passing they've done early on. I mean, they've done a really good job putting the ball into the hands of guys ready to shoot it.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Gobert is out there with Wembanyama. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander into the one spot. GA, when it comes to the Wizards, they have a pretty spotty track record over the past decade.
Kevin, it's tough to get things right in the draft. Plus, they have just had poor lottery luck, only selecting higher than 8th once in the last decade. But they have passed on some superstar-level talent.
Here is Edwards after the basket by Washington. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Giannis against Gilgeous-Alexander. Headshot off. Wizards leading by 3. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
Timberwolves ball.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Pass to Gobert. Here's Edwards. Shot clock at 5, and it's blocked.
Great timing on the rejection there. This young kid, Sarr, has major defensive potential.
Davis with it. Fires the 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. McDaniels against Giannis. Shot by McDaniels, no good. The Wizards with the lead. Middleton the pass to Sarr. No good on that one. Gobert with the defensive effort. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Got a piece of it. And stolen by Sarr. Pass to Smart. Gobert against Davis. Gobert with the defensive effort.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
How about the floor awareness by Gilgeous-Alexander? Solid at just spotting his open teammate.
And we've got a timeout called by Brian Keefe. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about.
Your Wizards dancer.
Clark, on average, free throw attempts are down a fair bit in the last 20, 25 years.
Yeah, I mean, from a fan perspective, I think you compare a field goal to a couple of free throws. It's obvious, though, which is more entertaining to watch. You want to see guys score the ball in live action.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Giannis against McDaniel. Davis kicks to Middleton. Clock at 6. Antetokounmpo looking it over. And another miss by Washington.
and he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Edwards. He's looking for Wembanyama and finds him. You know, Greg, when you look at the Timberwolves' history, the first round had been a problem for them. But not last year, as they swept the Phoenix Suns.
And you got to look at it as being a tremendous success, right? Because going into the season, I don't know that anyone thought they would have made it to the conference finals. But, boy, that young group gelled well together, and the sky's the limit for the future.
And it's tied up with that one.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
Now the free throw is good, now leading by one.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throw.
It's tipped. Here's McDaniels. And a miss there on the triple. Washington's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. To the paint. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
Davis' skill set is a nightmare for defenders. That's why they have a tough time guarding him without fouling.
Davis taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2. And the first one drops. Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Well, there's no question, and he welcomes this, that Anthony Davis shoulders a heavy load on the defensive end.
And he should, and he does. I mean, he's a true anchor. He protects the rim. He can guard out on the perimeter. He communicates well. He's got an excellent basketball IQ. And he's a guy that can cover up a lot of mistakes from his teammates.
A nice shot by McDaniel.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an edge.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Now here's Giannis. 6 points for him. And there's the try.
Love the way Gobert goes after shots. He blocks quite a few and alters many more.
.103 left in the first half. Here's Middleton. Pass to Sar. Clock is at 3. The Wizards working the ball around now.
Huge wingspan. Excellent instincts. Gobert, a force on defense.
McDaniels passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. And go.
Now,
And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. Hi, thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. It's a Monday. Afternoon broadcast of the NBA. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Collins is out there with Victor Wembanyama. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then there's Walker Kessler. And it's Markkanen in a shooting guard. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Wembanyama. And here is Markkanen. And the three off target. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson did give me a few minutes to catch up with him, and I asked him, how do you contend with the size and skill of Victor Wembanyama? He said, every night we see this guy do something no one has ever seen before. It's kind of like dealing with the unknown. A whole new kind of player needs new schemes. So we'll see some inventiveness out there on the defensive side tonight, Kevin.
Thanks, David.
Already a solid shooter. When you play off Markkanen, you risk getting burned.
All right, Stan, let's put that coaching hat back on you. How in the world would you game plan for a player like Victor Wembanyama?
Well, that's a great question, Kevin, and there are no great answers because he's so good. I think when you're guarding him, you want to be as physical as you can and keep him as far away from the basket as possible to negate his length. Defensively, or when you're on offense, his defense, I think you want to use his instincts to block shots against him, take the ball at him, draw him, and get the ball to open people.
Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, but if it were that good, it would work more often against a guy that good.
Here's Collins. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Cavaliers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. LeBron outside. Should It's over Markkanen. Second chance shot. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And such a physical player inside. LeBron doesn't fear contact on the way up.
The Cavaliers shooting their first free throws of this game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw good, LeBron. You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career. But the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger. And James drills them both. Well, Greg, over the last few seasons, one area of consistency for the Jazz has been their rebounding.
Yeah, and they have some size, and they make controlling the boards a focal point. When you're playing Utah, you better be ready to put a body on somebody.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Again, the Jazz score.
This is why SGA is a focal point of this offense, because of that ability to score.
And here's Giannis. From downtown, James with another miss.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Shot clock at 6. Markkanen from outside. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Yep, that one goes in there. Mitchell's got 5 now.
Oh, nice touch there by Mitchell. Easy to misjudge that mid-range jumper.
And Wembanyama outside. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Giannis. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And there's the length of Giannis. Bad idea to even attempt to get that shot over. And great hustle to turn that block shot into a fast break opportunity. Big time play on both ends.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He wants to talk to his guy. .58 seconds left to play in the first. Wembanyama against Mobley. Now here's Markkanen. He's tightly guarded. Just 5 to shoot. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Evan Mobley with the rebound. Cleveland leading by 3. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Here's LeBron, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
And nice touch from the inside. I'm a fan of when LeBron just burrows his way inside and takes advantage.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Antetokounmpo against Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots from 14. And once again, off the mark by Utah. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Cavaliers lead by 5. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, we're not surprised by this. These guys work hard, and they are physical.
It's so easy, Coach, to highlight the athleticism, but there's certainly a mental aspect to the game as well. I know you value that as a coach.
You can never, Kevin, overestimate how important intelligence is. I was in the NBA, or have been around the NBA for 30 years, and I have never seen one really good player who wasn't really smart.
A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Mitchell is out there with Antetokounmpo. And it's James in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
First one falls for.
The feel LeBron has for the game, unreal. Whatever situation he finds himself in, he always seems to have an answer.
And he sinks the second. And he nails the third. And an unfortunate trend for the Utah Jazz stand the past couple seasons, losing the battle of possessions.
Yeah, Kevin, and that's hard to overcome. When you turn the ball over at a high rate, and then at the other end, you don't force any turnovers, you're losing that possession game all the time. Now, fortunately, they rebound the ball well, and that helps a little, but it doesn't totally solve the problem.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thank you. The Utah Jazz last season became one of the first teams in the league to move their games to broadcast television. It's a gamble, but they just about tripled their reach. And with the rapid growth in the region, they have a chance to attract new fans. And Kevin, no doubt, other NBA teams are keen to see how this goes.
Oh, David, no question at all. We thank you for your report. He's looking for Wembanyama and finds him. Collins against LeBron. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Kicks it out to Collins. And out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it.
Cleveland ball.
And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Markkanen kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Markkanen. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 on the clock. Wembanyama sets a screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot's good.
Strong take by SGA. 6'6" with point guard skills. What a nightmare matchup he is.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Gilgeous-Alexander at the line for one.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
And this guy just does everything. Scores, passes, good rebounder. Just an all-around terrific basketball player.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Back to James. And shot on the way. And that one, good. 11 points for LeBron.
Oh, you got to run LeBron off the ball there.
Jazz trail by 4. And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
Yeah, right now, Coach needs to draw up his best play, get some points, and give this team some confidence.
On the wing, Markkanen. Covered by LeBron. Here's Wembanyama for 3. Rebound by Mitchell.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there.
Antetokounmpo finds James. Mobley looking it over. Unloads.
And defensively, Collins has the strength, mobility, and work ethic to be an impact performer.
Wembanyama high post. Now Cleveland moving it up. Here's James. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Lauri Markkanen. Stan, of all the different styles of offense in this NBA, what style is the toughest to defend, toughest to stop?
Kevin, I don't think there's really any difference in terms of styles or systems in terms of what's tough to stop. It's players. And it's how well a system maximizes their best players. That's what makes teams tough to stop.
Second free throw, no good. After bursting onto the scene as a rookie, Coach Van Gundy, expectations certainly increased for Walker Kessler.
Yeah, and Kevin, I think he's handled those expectations well. He knows who he is. He's first and foremost a defensive rim protector and a rebounder. He's a rim runner on offense. He's a pick-and-roll guy, and he knows that he's got to continue to grow in the other areas.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in, and I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. We appreciate your report.
And making it look easy. LeBron overwhelms the defense inside.
Wembanyama outside. Pass to Collins. 30 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Back to Wembanyama. Just 5 on the clock. The shot, no good. Good D by Mobley.
Got to run the clock and wait for the last shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
Antetokounmpo passes to Mitchell. Mobley, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
That'll do it for the first half. Cleveland ahead, up by 8. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks a lot. LeBron, are you getting the ball where you want to get it, and is that helping you score?
I'm very pleased with my individual performance right now, but not so pleased with how I'm trying to help our teammates. I got to do a better job of trying to get our teammates in the flow as well as keep myself in a good groove too. So hopefully I can do a better job of that in the second half.
We'll see how it goes. Thanks, LeBron. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. It's been a clinic out there by James.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Well, he's also a pretty good athlete. He sells fouls really well.
So it's the Jazz now, trailing here by 8. Getting underway here in the second half. Here's Will Hardy's 5. They've got Walker Kessler. Wembanyama's out there with John Collins. Then it's Lauri Markkanen. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the point. The shot by Markkanen, nobody around. That drops, nice feed that time from Wembanyama.
Oh, how about the vision by Wembanyama there? Always looking to get teammates involved.
On the wing, James. And a missed layup. Jazz trail by 6. Wembanyama passes to Markkanen. The Jazz working the ball around now. And Kessler throws it down.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
And what I love about Markkanen, he takes care of the basketball. And that's a result of being patient, playing smart, and just generally getting his points within the flow of the offense.
Antetokounmpo's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Mitchell against Gilgeous-Alexander. Wembanyama outside. Markkanen from outside. The Cavaliers pull it in. Mitchell with it. He's picked up by Collins. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Stan, I've always admired you. Come from a coaching family. Was there a point growing up you knew you wanted to be a coach?
Yeah, look, I loved being around the game. And so 2 things happened that drove me into coaching. Number 1, I loved baseball and I couldn't hit one. So that was out. And I wasn't a good enough basketball player to go on that way. So if I wanted to stay involved in the game, that's when I knew I wanted to be a coach.
But your dad had a little bit of that in his background. I say in a little kind of tongue-in-cheek, right? He was a guy that led the way in your interest there.
Yeah, my dad coached for over 40 years, and I think he had a great passion for it and always used to tell us that he never actually felt like he worked a day in his life. He loved it so much.
Following in his footsteps. Terrific story. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Coach, only 2 players have led the NBA in blocks as a rookie. Manute Bol and our favorite, Victor Wembanyama.
Well, Kevin, Wembanyama is already special defensively, not only as a shot blocker, but the amount of ground that he can cover to affect shots. And there are people around the league that believe that he can become the best defender of all time.
Pass to Markkanen. 4 on the shot clock. Over LeBron. Another miss by Utah. The Cavaliers leading by 5. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. The drive by Mitchell. And they pick up 2. Mitchell's got 8.
And bursting through inside. So difficult to contain when Mitchell's on the attack.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Antetokounmpo. Wembanyama. High over the top. Wembanyama.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Locked up there for Allen. And it's Allen slamming it down.
And you can see Allen's eyes light up when he saw the opportunity for that alley-oop and finishing it off in style.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. All alone. Cavaliers with the rebound.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
Jazz trail by 7. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Pass to Markkanen. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Money from the wing. 7 points in the game.
And you got to like the vision for Markkanen. I mean, a big man who knows how to find the open man.
Giannis with it. Back to LeBron. Kessler with the rebound.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or 2.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
And the move and the basket, SGA has the defense shook.
Mitchell, this is to Antetokounmpo. Tries from 10. Doesn't go for him. Good defense by Wembanyama. There's 25 seconds left to play in the third. Outside Collins. Back to Wembanyama. Utah needs to get off a shot here. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Giannis high post. Antetokounmpo converts inside.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
And we've reached the end of the third. Cavaliers lead by 5. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Antetokounmpo is out there with Mitchell. And it's James in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Wembanyama against Antetokounmpo. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And how about the attack there from Giannis inside, going right into the defense and still able to get the shot up.
That free throw missing.
I think what makes Giannis special is how uncomplicated he is. The man is just an incredible, pure athlete who simply loves the game of basketball. That's all there is to it.
He hits the second from the line. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Pass to Markkanen. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Cans the shot with nobody near him.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Man, with that skill set at 6'11", Giannis might be the toughest guard in the league.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Cleveland.
Well, they've clearly been focused on getting the ball inside. And up to this point, the defense has not had an answer.
And the other area they're separating themselves is with their points at the free throw line, being the initiator physically.
The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for Giannis. So it's the Jazz now. 6-point game. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Markkanen, and a wide-open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. And right on target with the switch. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points now in the quarter. Antetokounmpo against Wembanyama. James in the high post. Comes up empty down low.
Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
Markkanen kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Markkanen. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Clock at 6. From the arc. Evan Mobley with the rebound. Mobley's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's LeBron, and it falls over the rim and in. And the Cavaliers lead by 6.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Now, here's Markkanen. Covered by LeBron. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And Utah again with the bucket.
This is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Mitchell against Gilgeous-Alexander. Screen by Giannis. Gilgeous-Alexander against Mitchell. Wound up there for Allen. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And able to get himself to the line. SGA so crafty inside there to get the contact.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. So he gets them both.
Well, make no mistake, this is exactly who they want at the line in this situation.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
James against Collins. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Left side Collins. Wembanyama passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. A minute 42 left in the game. 6 to shoot. From 10 feet out, and the bank shot is good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 19 points.
And he had a good look, and Gilgeous-Alexander made it pay off.
Here's Giannis. And that one drops for him. Antetokounmpo's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And you know he knows he's the leader of this team. Giannis embracing the opportunity to come through with big baskets.
Antetokounmpo against Gilgeous-Alexander. Collins looking around. Let's go. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Mitchell against Gilgeous-Alexander. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Good, and the assist goes to Giannis. And now a 7-point Cavalier lead.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
And the Jazz call time here. 47 seconds left to play here in the fourth. short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. Able to listen in on Will Hardy's huddle with his team. He challenged this team. He said they're not going to give us this one. We have to take it from them, starting now. We'll see if that message resonated. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Markkanen.
When you challenge a player on a layup, that's what you want. Getting a stop without a foul. The defense wins that battle.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Down low. Kessler finds Wembanyama. Back to Collins. And stolen by James. Cavaliers get the win here. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, but I really got a sense that the fans gave them that emotional boost that was needed down the stretch. This crowd, man, they were electric.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Giannis, some early struggles, but what got you going?
Just trust myself. Confidence in myself. That's what my teammates want me to do. They want me to stay aggressive. They want me to make the right play. And that's what I want you doing. Sometimes you have a bad game or you let your teammates down, but at the end of the day, you got to pick it up because your teammates need you. And I'm going to be here for my teammates all day long.
Well, you were certainly there down the stretch, man. Congrats. Back to you guys.
Much appreciated, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. So, for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And as we leave you, let's take a look at our player of the game, LeBron James.